where my spiritual ears stay ringing. Yo, VS, if you out there, I know you got to go to work. Anybody with this empowerment, women's just being set free and looking at life differently and taking advantage of all the lessons being taught. There's people, women, all sorts of people misunderstanding the change, the movement. You have to understand when the Black Panthers came through to stand for what's right, they were misunderstood. The women's suffrage movement I told you about in one of the other videos prior to this was misunderstood. People just trying to make a change is always misunderstood. There's rhetoric and talk and narrative about why certain people are changing their platforms, and it's to escape the law, it's to do this or that. It doesn't matter what runs you to change, as long as the change comes. I was born by a river. Oh, yes. Let it come. A change has to come. Regardless what sparks the change, at least there's a change. So I'm going to sit with this for about an hour. I'm going to pull my chat up. I'm going to learn to be gracious, y'all. Talk back. Read the chats. But this title right here says TSCC Challenge. The irony of it all. Hashtag women empowerment. People are being misunderstood. And one thing I know and one thing I've done on this channel before this movement even came out. Hello, Super Chat. How are you? I had looked at, I'm going to pull my chat up. Give me a minute just to say what I'm going to say. Let me get my thoughts out there, and then we could talk about it. Because there's a lot of misunderstanding going on. Way before this movement happened, I have a video called Let's Talk Gay Men Respectfully. What are some of the things that men who don't want to be a man kind of do to our community as Black women? So God don't make no revolution about an awakening. It's about getting on it for whatever reasons we were drawn to this movement. It's a good movement. There's opposition against it. There's talk. Oh, the people's only trying to do this because they don't want to get in trouble. Or people's only trying to do it because they trying to look good. What if it's for sponsors? What if it's people tired of the bull crap? What if people want to show the true light? Because a lot of people talking right now, they're just talking off their dome. They're just talking off their head. They don't really have any receipts. And YouTube allows your opinion to be content. So people are stating why certain people are trying to change their platform. If it's for the good, why resist it? If it's something you didn't institute or begin, why go against it? If it's something that speaks volume in our community between the Black women and the gay men, why not talk about it? So when I did my video called, it's spelled G-E-I-H-E, Let's Talk Gay Men Respectfully. What do they do to the community in whole? And I really was talking respectfully in that video about some of the issues we as Black women face when it comes to men who don't like being a man. Now, you can either call them gay men respectfully, or you can refer to them as men that don't like themselves as a man. And like Jesus said, that man was sitting down there on that bed talking about, help me, Lord. He said, I could say, take up thy bed and walk, or your sins be forgiven you, which is easier, he said. So for me, sometimes it's easier for me to say men who don't like themselves as a man, because if you say gay, then you catch backlash. But it was the Roman Catholic Church who gave you gay men in the beginning, but you don't hate them. You don't go in their community as a black man. The Bible says it was instituted in you as a eunuch, but eunuchs were either born that way of their mother, made that way of man, or they were made that way by choice. I don't say gay men can never go to heaven because they can. All Jesus is saying, which way are you going? How are you living your life? Born that way of your mother? Made that way of man? Or did you make yourself that way? But see, this is for the kingdom of heaven's sake. So when I see men that don't like themselves in this world, some black women, as our gay men in our community, act up and cut a fool, I just present to them Matthew 19 and 22. Which way are you going to heaven? For the kingdom of heaven's sake, I'm good for it. Because Christ said it's for the kingdom of heaven's sake. But if it's for just the worldly pleasures and just men who don't like themselves living out here with other men who don't like themselves as a man, and, just laying around and carelessly, having ungoverned sex. And the Bible pretty much talks about a bed undefiled and a bed that's defiled. So, but if it's for the kingdom of heaven's sake, we can study this. But there's things that men, white, black, it's not a racist thing here. It's an issue in everybody's community. Oh, you're back. Thank you. Thank you. I'm pulling up the chat, guys. It's an issue in everybody's community where men who don't like to live their life as a man, women who don't like to live their life as a woman, they create problems in our community. And I'm not going to stay long. Some of the things. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. Hey, Super Chat. Thank you. You just woke up. Hello. How are you? Thank you guys for watching. Some of the things that black men, gay men, white men, people who don't live their life as they were created by God and choose same-sex preferences, but have it out for the opposite sex one way or the other. You have the men not liking the women and the women not liking the men. I'm only focusing on the men not liking the women in certain communities that don't like to live their life as a man. Does this say they don't like themselves, or they ain't happy with themselves, or they don't want to be a man because of whatever reasons? And is that part of the spew and the hate that comes across to the black woman or the white woman or whatever race woman it is happening? Because there's people who don't like to live their life as the way God created them in everybody's race. But is everybody walking through communities hating on people? No. People who choose, in most sound minds and communities that don't want to live, such as a man not wanting to be a man and live his life any other way than a man what God created him to be, they will go out. Like, not everybody is hating in different cultures. People are at peace with it, but within the black community, there's a lot of anger and hatred between. Yeah, they probably flagging me because the devil don't like to hear the truth. Thank you to the 4 people listening. Y'all can give me a thumbs up. This stuff is free. People get on here and spew their hearts out to you, talk to you, and all you can do is support the nonsense. This is true stuff right here. This is what our community need to hear. Because when y'all hear the things, y'all gonna laugh. Like, I got a sense of humor. Now, we could say there's all these things gay men do. I'm trying to be respectful here, remember? I'm the only one on YouTube respectful. We're all trying to change, and we all trying to get there. TSCC, hear what I'm saying. This is a powerful subject, but people scared to tread. Remember, Christ said we can tread on serpents and scorpions, right? This is a scorpion in our community. This is a otter. This is the things people, the areas people scared to tread. Why? Cause when I see gay men look better than me, sometimes it bring my self-esteem down just a little bit. I be like, damn. And if you look worse than me and you standing next to a gay man that look, or like doll face, baby doll face, or like the real pretty Jessica Kohainas, and you could be like, oh my God, Lord, they make some of us look hideous. And black women suffer low self-esteem because of it if they're not secure within themselves. See how all these conversations are tying in together? If we had one big platform where you could put some powerful voices, not over talking one another, not yelling, not getting offended for what's being said, but this is some powerful stuff we need to talk about. See, the Maya Angelou's, she knew what time it was in that poem, The Phenomenal Woman. There's people who knew before us, but what about the people with us right now? We know. What about the people that we supposed to be paving the way for? This conversation has to happen. Because when I was sitting there like, oh, Lord Jesus, what do men who don't like being men have a problem with women who love being a damn woman? What the hell do they do in the community? Because there's a lot of socio-economical issues within everybody's community. But there's this war going on YouTube and around the world. Let's just keep it real. Be respectful and we can talk about issues. Whatever they want to keep ranting and raving and calling CPS and pretending and calling detectives Friday nights on drinking wine on live. Just let them go ahead and do that. Focus, people. Because what I'm about to tell you is some real good stuff here. There's issues that really go on between us. Not who got the most numbers, who jealous of who. That's irrelevant. That may matter to these judgmental people that get all their commentary wrong sometimes. They just, I had somebody say sometimes people like this are like little pit bulls mixed with chihuahuas raised by a pit bull. A bulldog or something like that. Like, just stop it. And don't have no facts and just talking off what other people told them who lied to them. I said, let me turn this camera on. Stop it right now. Hating on no gay foster dad on YouTube. But men who don't love living their life as a man God called them to do might be hating on their damn self. That's why they may be hating on the black woman. You ever think about that? Because see, some men who don't like living their life as a man put on a wig and look better than me. And others put on a wig and look like the crack of my ass. And that's what's fucking our community up. I'm trying to keep it serious, but I'm tired of being uptight and straight over here. Let me talk. I'm from the same hood y'all was out the hood. But my mentality, I've been there. I understand it. Do I live it now? I'm in the hood, but my block is hood free. Ain't that? We like the diamond in the rough right here. But there's issues. Men who don't like living their life as a man that may be jealous of a woman. Calm down. Baby. Ooh. Honey, chat got more tendencies than a woman and wish they had just the grace of it. Just the class of a woman. Just the sexuality of a woman. They have to try so damn hard. And these wars keep going on. Is y'all 7 with me? Give me a thumbs up. Damn, is YouTube not pushing my page? You want me to turn the camera? What do I gotta do? What? For y'all to hear the truth. What else do? They effeminate and weaken the black community. And some women do too, because women that don't want to live their life as a woman ain't raising these men out here who hating the black woman who trying to raise every damn body. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And it's the circle of life. It keep happening. We keep thinking we raising and grooming kings and queens, and all of this stuff is just breaking down our community. See, I'm not with the fuck shit over here. I talk about stuff on my channel like this. That's why YouTube me forward. That's why channel. Cause what happened? A white man, black man, everybody think you racist, everybody think you hateful, and you just sitting over here picking on people. And no, people been picking on our community for so long that you got men. If it's biblical for the kingdom of heaven's sake, they was born that way, made that way, chose to be that way. And then in the kingdom of darkness, people who ain't godly, they just out there living that way. And it's messing up our communities. It's messing up our communities. Men who don't like being men and living their life as a man may have a problem with the black woman. Our sensuality. The way our vaginas can squirt naturally from the touch of a man who ain't hating on us, who ain't competing with us, who ain't stressing us out, who ain't going to the wig store buying all the wigs up before we get there. Serious conversations could be funny. I told you about the humorous bone, and every time I bump mine, I say, God, how is that funny? But it's called the funny bone, and it's the humorous bone, and humor comes from the Latin, Greek word, every word but the African word out here. It ain't the spoken word, but God has a sense of humor. Come on, y'all. Religion Wink TV ain't no joke. I'll stand the devil down his tail and talk about the issues in our community. That's why we ain't got no good leaders. Everybody want to tuck their tail and run from the problems that really is preventing us from growing. The division I don't like, but if I have to stand and make a side, I'm going to choose the side of God, righteousness. And then if it's male or female, gay, straight, indifferent, I'm going to choose Team Vajayjay. Team # woman with a vagina. That's just keeping it real. Have a lighthearted hearness. Now, I mean, come on. It is what it is. We got to stop this. It breaks down the family unit. It leaves the mother struggling. It leaves the dad struggling. It leaves everybody out here seeking and searching and the trust issues. And it's deeper than on this YouTube mess. See, y'all can't call YouTube mess. I ain't been on these streets. Some of y'all got on here to do hair. Some of y'all got on here to do mukbangs. Some of y'all got on here to talk just like me and got sidetracked. To talk about the issues that's hurting us. And probably if you didn't get sidetracked and caught up in the drama, we can make a difference. The same thing in different parts of YouTube street. Not hating. If y'all can hear me, I'm flagging or something over here. I see Super Chat, Keela Reed, you listening. Nicole the artist. Hey, you know what? Team Small Clean Squirt. Y'all show up when it counts, yo. Y'all show up when it counts. Y'all hear what I'm saying, though? There's issues. That black gay men, that men who don't like to be themselves. It goes women too. Women, we could talk about that issue another time, but we're dealing with the issue at hand. Deal with the problem. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't assume. Don't go by what he say or she did say. But Team Small Claims Court, I'm hearing people saying the reason why your so-called leader, now you know damn well it ain't no cult over there. I told you, they said the woman suffrage was a cult of true womanhood, so we all belong to a dang court. Because a lot of us is pompous, submissive to men, and we care about the children in the home. A lot of us on here is married, but you can't really tell because we worried about everything else. But a lot of us have that nature and real true womanhood, tendencies about us. And we get sidetracked. We get caught up. But a lot of us got on here to represent. Man, listen. So I see my thing is like buffering. I'm going to try to keep talking. Bless Watkins. Hey, Culture, what's up? Listening. How are you? Yes. Let's just deal with it. See, a lot of us, when we go into battles, war, people assume that we change in platforms in the direction. Whether the lion is running after you and back you up against the wall and you have to change. I was a young, rebellious, wayward girl, 19 years old. I'm telling my story over here, video after video. I had to change or I would have been dead. In prison the rest of my life or dead. Or living my life as something other than a woman that God created me to be. Because a lot of people are afraid of themselves. So they push it off on the black woman. This has been going on for years. How does a man who does not want to live his life as a man have so much anger toward women who wants to live themselves as a black woman? How does this keep coming up in our community? Because it's not being addressed. It's not really being addressed. I keep buffering over here. I hope you guys can hear me. Please just put an ear in the chat if you guys can hear me. Because my phone is buffering. And you know what? That's how VS was too. That's how you know YouTube and the devils of YouTube is at work. Because she was on 2 devices. She was watching the chat on one, talking on another. And hers was buffering on. And that's how you know truth is getting out. That's how you know issues are being dealt with. That's how you know the enemy is mad. I'm buffering like crazy, y'all, on both devices now. I hope y'all can hear me. I have 4 things in that video, and I'm the type of person I talk up. I'm just sitting here. It was 4 things I said. I said they make women look bad when they put them wigs on. Some look better than us, and some just make us look bad because they don't look good as a woman. That's embarrassing to see an ugly black gay man trying to put a wig on and look like a woman. It's ridiculous. Kevin Hart had a wig on, and it effeminates the black man. It weakens them. I mean, these are just some of the things. You can go back and watch that video. Let's talk gay men respectfully. But there's things that people do to our community because they're not happy with the life that they were born with. They're not happy with that life. Hell, are black women happy with the cards they was dealt? No, but I don't think on a level we go out and compete with the black gay man as much. Or with the men that don't love themselves as much as they should. You know, there's the issue of the whole King Oedipus Rex. I explained this to you guys. Children, they have a desire for the opposite sex, right? And they hate the same sex parent. So I was asking God, do people who feel they're gay at a young age, is this why they grow up like hating one parent to the other? There's these things are real, people. These things aren't looked at in our community. People who grow up hating the opposite sex. And again, like I said, I'm buffering like crazy, y'all. And this isn't to pick on anybody on YouTube. The question is out here and it's asked respectfully. People who don't like living themselves as a man, as God called them to be, when they adopt children, when they, foster kids, is the preference not to accuse anybody of child molestation or any of that. Why don't people want to just open their home up to a little girl that need the same loving guidance as a little boy? And it would be asked the same way if I just seen gay women trying to raise and rear girls with no boys in the mixture. It's a valid question. Is this the kind of questions you want me to come live with so we could talk about? We ain't got to call no names. We ain't got to talk about nobody, drag nobody. You could put a white face to this. You could put a black face to this. Red face, green face, religion, Muslim, Catholic, Buddhist. You could put any faith you want to these circumstances and issues across the board. Rose Gillis, welcome. Super chat, bless. Nicole, I see y'all. Numbers don't matter over here. Connection and reasoning. That matters to me, y'all. Y'all winning the fight. Anybody standing up for a woman right now, that's a woman, gay or not, because black gay men cannot be a part of that. And that's the message that's really just trying to go out. There's some things men cannot do that a woman can do, like have a baby. So when I hear somebody mocking the fact that people are talking about the reproductive system, men can't reproduce nothing other than plant the seed and let it come through the woman's womb. You understand what I'm saying? So when gay men try to compete with black women, there's just some things you can't do. Like put on a pad, tampon, douche. Not that it's healthy to do so, but, because the vajayjay is like a self-cleaning oven. It will do that on its own. It will do that on its own. Let's have these kind of excuse me. Anything respectful, any kind of talk, dialogue. Ladies, this is we got the bulls by the horn. We are the strength in our community. Men have been trying to silence us since the days thereof. I'm about to end this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I could think of so many more things. But I thought just the one thing, let's stop right here. Men will put on a wig and look better than women. Men will put on a wig and look worse than women. It's affecting our community either way. Because when your child wake up in the morning, he don't know who mama or daddy is. If you ain't being honest on these YouTube streets, is you really explaining the true process of life behind the scenes? They wake up, they don't know who is who. They can't tell one from the other nowadays. Mama looking better than daddy. Daddy looking better than mama. Let's just... It's a lot of the man sleeping with down the street around the corner have on. It's crazy. It's all kind of scenarios and issues that can come out of just men and women wearing wigs. Damn, King Jobs put on that man wig about 4 or 5 months ago and was looking good as over there. The bun he had on, that piece was nice. He looked better than some women in it, I bet. These are just the issues, like I think about stuff like this. So it's nothing wrong When I say I don't divide our community, it's nothing wrong with addressing each issue in its own compartment without leaving this one out or leaving that one out. No, there's ways of dealing with it and getting around this, skinning this cat right here without your opponents or the opposition or the enemy at hand saying, oh, you're just doing this because you're in trouble, or oh, you're just doing this because people are coming after you, or you're just doing this because you're scared. Scare me into change. I was scared straight at 19 years old when they raided my house and drew war on me. Watch that video, they declaring war on these YouTube streets. Hell yeah. But I got the bulls by the horn now. The most powerful thing in this world is the voice of a black woman. If the black woman starts saying the same thing around the world resoundingly, it don't have to be in the same tone. It doesn't have to be the same melody. It doesn't have to be the same season. It doesn't have to be the same color, shade of the black. Start saying the same thing and see what the white Caucasian man do. You ain't gonna have no other opposition but the white Caucasian man. You think black men, gay men is your problem? No, the white Caucasian men taught men that don't like to be themselves and hate on other people because they like being themselves. They was taught that on them plantations. So we can't really be mad. They was taught that because they might have grew up with the Oedipus complex where they hated their mom because gay men can be attracted to their dads, right? And so now they hating every other woman that comes after their mom. When wigs does not make a woman, it is the whole essence that is required. Absolutely right. You're right, Nicole. You absolutely right. But the issues that most black women and black men have starts with seeing a funky Dineva in a wig and in a dress. But yet when you go home at night, your husband ain't there because he's sitting at the T.S. Madison show getting a lap dance on Funky Dineva. Because Rico calling into the Wiley show every night talking about how he used to be an escort for men. Girls are going without their father, growing up looking for men like the father they wish they had. Connect the dots. We have to connect the dots. It's nobody's fault but the trials and tribulations and the unearned sufferings from slavery. But we're grown now. We're adults now. We're only oppressing ourselves because we won't let the slavery go. We keep coming up with all these different narratives. If TSCC want to stop the beef with certain people and black them out, who the hell should care? Stop with the dirty narrative of why they changing their channel around. You should be thanking God they changing the channel around. And this ain't being funny, TSCC. With all the hell you think they caused on these YouTube streets, you should be glad to see a change. Unless you was not born by a river in a little tent. And just like that river, I've been running ever since for change. Some people, you see who want to change and who don't. You see who keep poking the bear. You see who keep coming on. If they supposed to do hair, ain't wash no hair, ain't set no hair, ain't straighten no hair. If they supposed to go eat, if they supposed to go driving, if they supposed to cook, turn their camera on and address what people are ignoring them doing. People who trying to make a change, they just keep addressing the ones who's trying to make a change. And my point to you people right now is that's what the enemy do. You out, Bless Watkins. All right, y'all get it. You get it. There's issues in our community. And it's okay to talk about them, y'all. It really is. These people are out there saying, oh, they changing. No, no, no. The platform is being changed for whatever reason. It makes me no never mind. But to see the content, to see the opposition, to see the backlash, that's when you know something is working for the greater good. That's when you know the enemy has reared his ugly tail. That's when you know somebody can turn their camera on and not have to beef with a black man, straight man, gay woman, and just set some records straight in our community for the greater good. I'm loving it. But there's issues that we deal with in our community, y'all. I don't mean to use anybody's name. I'm going to take the challenge as long as the challenge is available to take. Matter of fact, I had a challenge last Black History Month. I did a video like, paint your thumbnail black. Don't put no mark of the beast on your arm. But if you love black people, if you love being a black woman, you know what? Nobody did a video and showed me they painted their thumb black. So I'm not the biggest influencer I would love to be, but I'm getting there. And you got some influencers out here that is influencing people, and you don't want to take that for a good lesson. You don't want to take that as a teaching. There's all different kinds of levels of influence. But to say that somebody is changing their platform because of XYZ and you don't even know the facts behind it, you're a little opinionated. But that's YouTube. That's what YouTube let you do. That's what commentary is. But the truth of the matter is, there is some men who don't love themselves as the man they were created as, that do take it out on black women. And like I said, the other side of it is there is some black women that take issues out on men. But that's not what this movement is about. This movement is about putting the black woman, putting the vagina before everything else, because it is the holy grail. It is the sacred place of life. And some people will never be able to birth that out of themselves. Like the black gay man. There's a lot of issues going on between us. I hope this was helpful. I hope we can pick up on conversations. I know there was an issue. I'm going to let that ain't even my topic, where, you know, it was like a little racist or whatever on the Wiley show. But that VS got that covered. I ain't even going to touch that, because I'm not here to overstep anybody's boundaries. Build upon, share. If I hear something I can relate to, I can speak on it from my platform, being respectful. So I hope this helped y'all. Because the irony of it all, can I just say the irony of it all? This is the irony of it all, y'all. This the irony of it all. We was created from a man, out of his rib. God could have kept creating out of the man's rib as long as he wanted to. But somehow he flipped it, where once we was created out of a man's rib, a man started being created and birthed out of us. There's a lot of resentment there. Men cannot do that. You have some men in the Roman Catholic diocese, they don't vow to marry. They don't want no good coochie. They don't want no good puss. No. They take an oath to leave it alone. Why? They resent the holy grail, the holy life. They don't like life. They like death. They don't like nothing coming and being birthed out of anything. Think about this stuff, y'all. I know I got some scholars out there. They ain't no brains over here. There's some people who think. There's some people who know. There's some people who believe the truth and know that these problems exist in our community. Girl, you do what? Oh, what? I'm a mess, Keely. Okay, wait, I see, girl, you a mess. All right, I love y'all. Let's keep this going, y'all. Anytime I don't see y'all live or don't hear, I'm gonna pop on my camera. I have a lot of good these little teachings and nuggets, but I be doing them damn 2-3 hour videos. I'm just keep them real simple and just share, We got this. Don't listen to the narrative out there. Like I said, when I was 19, headed to prison, I was scared straight like a mug. I ain't never been rearrested. I ain't never sold another drug. I ain't bring no drugs in my house since 1988. I'm good. Scare my ass into change. Hallelujah. Some drugs. Go. No. Scare me into change. Stop with that nonsense out there. These people are changing because God says it's time. There's a shift going on. There's an awakening. There's a revelation. There's a new birthing going on. I see it. My eyes is open. I ain't one of these sleep woke conscious people. They call it so. I love you, VS, because I told you about 3 months. I see the light in you, girl. Keep shining. People can't stand that. People who know the truth. So I may open up my platform and do my first call in. I don't know. Let's put it on the table, y'all. We can talk respectfully. Yes, Key. Happy Sunday. Hey, Solstice Black. How are you? Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Super chat, Keely B. Nicole. Hey, Bless Watkins. Love you so much, Rose Gill. Thank you. Dillis, thank you. I appreciate you. Yep, Solstice Black. Yes. Man, I'm gonna get a little comfortable. I'll be wanting to call in and talk to VS on her platform and stuff. We got some powerful voices, yo. We ain't just sitting up here, man. That's what I love about y'all. Y'all could get rough, tough, and muddy and dirty, and you could come back and talk about the vajayjay. We reclaiming the vagina. Some people can't see they shit, feel like shit, touch they shit. And man, cause real women, phenomenal women. Ooh, Jesus. Is getting a groove on. And just for the record, if anybody else heard the gossip analogy, did it make you a little wet too? Did it wake you up to make you want to stand up for truth, to make you want to think about how you could present stories and tell your analogies? We ain't talking about 7 stages of shit and poop here, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody could shit and flush it down the toilet and it's gone. We talking about substance and stuff that lasts generations upon generations. Upon generations, train a child in the way it should grow. When it grow old, it may depart from the word, but it will return unto it. You understand what I'm saying? Stick with it, ladies. All I can say, get a name for it, trademark it, copyright it, turn it into a 501c3, 503c. Go to the state, pay the $85 to incorporate it. Get you a mission statement. If you want dues, don't want dues. It's all up to you to take this thing state by state. You might want to do a little couple cities where you at to get started. You might want to make it an online conference meeting. You might want to make it like a certain day. Everybody just get together in front of their computer. One day it's your platform, like you've been promoting this platform. We got to keep this thing going, because what usually happens in our community, we give up. We run out of gas. People start to fall off. We think everybody is against us. We feel shame because we out here fighting for what's right when the rest of the world is fighting to be wrong. Don't. Don't. You know what? I'm on one today. I will be on one. Don't. I'm going to encourage y'all. I'm going to keep encouraging y'all. When I was hearing certain things, I'm like, YouTube just don't get it. You got some shallow-minded people on here. I was 19 years old, scared straight. It changed my life for whatever reason. Nobody's insinuating anything. Just because you have a small victory don't mean you win the war. Even though you declared war last night and got my damn video flagged because I was sitting over here saying how crazy Miss B is. That bitch cray. I got a flag, y'all. It's restriction for age, but my channel, thank God, is still good. I'm not in this war to tear nobody down or destroy nobody. I ain't never flagged nobody. Somebody gave me a flag on one of my Sweet Mouth videos. I ain't here to hurt nobody. I talk like this whether I'm breaking you down to destroy the flesh or building you up so your spirit can live. I'm not here to kill, steal, and destroy. But that's going on in our communities. So anyway, go. I'm buffering like crazy, y'all. God bless y'all to the 2 still with me. Thank you for the 9 thumbs up. Let's keep this going, y'all, okay? I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. God bless. This is Religion Wink TV, and my spiritual years stay. Bye. Sure, shalom. Not bye. I'll see you again. It's called Saya. If our spirits are going to the same place, which we all believe heaven, it's Saya. See you in heaven. Sai. I say again, Saya, because it's like, see you in heaven again. That's where we all came from, God. So we're all going to go back there one day. It's like groovy, man, right? Guys, have a good day.